Hi guys, so from what you can see from the title, we are going to be doing a full complexion of E.L.F makeup. So with that being said, I don't have mascara and I ran out of my E.L.F brow pencil. So those are like the only two things I'm missing, and I don't own any powdered blush or bronzer for them. So that's about it. I don't have their powdered foundation either, so no powders besides their setting powder. But when it comes to like new stuff with the luminous blush or like their eyeshadow pot, I'm gonna use something like that in a new drugstore makeup video because I don't have them yet. So in time I'll get those, but for now we're gonna use what I do have, that's E.L.F, and let's get into it. Since I don't have anything for my brows, I'm just gonna conceal them and then set them because I have my E.L.F concealer and I have like an E.L.F gel. So I'll come back for you guys. Okay, so these are the natural brows. They are carved out. This is the brow setter I have. It's for brows and lashes. Actually, this is probably my favorite brow setter from the drugstores. It really leaves like a nice crunch to the brows, and I like that. Like personally, it doesn't have no white cast and my brows stay all day. So this one is my favorite, and this is a new one, so she has been used. She's just been taking out her package already, just for space reasons. Okay, natural brows. And nowadays I just like to fill in the tail because I feel like my tail of my brow isn't long enough, but we don't have the pencil, so I guess we're going for natural. Okay, so now that my brows are done and they're set, I want to use my E.L.F Poreless Putty Primer. You guys know I love this. And funny story, I have my makeup bag in the car, so it melted from the heat, and it melted, I guess, all to one side. So it's pretty convenient. You guys can see how much I've used, because before you guys could see the dent, it all melted to this side. So I'm just gonna continue like using it like this. Impressive, right? Okay, nature. Okay, so brows are done, the skin is primed. I primed my eyelids off camera, but let's go ahead and get into eyes. So I have quite a few of the E.L.F like little quad shadows, but my favorite one is the mint makeup, the chocolate mint melt shadow. It's my favorite like out of all of them. And then look at that. And then I even have like the sticks to match. So this is the minty one. She's called Mint of You. We're definitely using her, and you know, some of that shimmer because that's gorgeous. Taking this neutral brown, let's just put her all over the lid. So this is how it looks with that neutral brown shade up here. So now I'm going to take some of this E.L.F stick, the Mint of You, and I want her on the inner corner. Now I've used this before, but look at the pigment. Okay, so this is how the eyes are looking blended out. I did use most of my finger to blend it out because I feel like it was easier than a brush, because this is the no budge formula for the eyeshadow stick, and when it comes to that, you kind of have to like do it quickly so it can stay how you want it more so. So going in with this nice dark chocolate brown, I'm gonna do a wing. Ooh, well, a smoky wing because I have actual liner for E.L.F. Okay, so this is how the eyes are looking with the brown little smoky wing. I'm gonna buff it out a little, and then let's get into complexion. Okay, so for complexion, I want to start off with some concealer, run her under the eyes. I really like this concealer. It's always been full coverage and hydrating for me. I never have a problem with it. Sometimes I want to try a new shade to see if that suits me better, and it always looks different each time, but I don't know, because right now looking at me it looks really yellow, but I had this other one, it had a cooler undertone and I thought it was too pink, so this was like me trying another shade because I finished the other one. So this one is in the shade medium warm, and then now that that's under there, I want to go ahead and add some bronzer and some blush. So this one's in the shade Honey Drip. This one doesn't really have the shade name on it. I feel like, just guessing, that it's like Bali, but it's like that rusty orange shade they have. So when I find it, I'll let you guys know in the description box below what it is. Okay, so Honey Drip, she looks like a cool tone, like contour more than a bronzer on me, but I really like it. It's very subtle, and I don't have many subtle bronzers, if I'm being honest. A lot of them pull more warm tone, and that's what I'm used to. So seeing this is like a nice change. So now that the blush and the bronzer is on, I have my E.L.F. Camo CC Cream. She's in the shade medium 330W. So I believe this shade is a little light for me, but like we'll make it work. Let me see. Oh gosh, that was a lot. Okay, I only tried to do half a pump and that looked like way more than half. So I'm gonna start with the butt of the sponge. This is from the Cookies and Dreams collection from E.L.F. also. Love the sponge. Gorgeous, aesthetically pleasing. So you guys can see this is kind of a little light. In the forehead. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay, so looking at it, it is very much too light. I'm gonna fix it. I'll figure it out how, but I'm gonna fix it. And buffing out concealer. So this is how it's looking, almost fully blended out. It's giving very much my winter shade, and then my concealer is just on the yellow side, so it's not even adding up. I'm gonna add a smidge of a darker serum foundation or something to even this out because it's just looking very, very whitely. So saving the complexion a little, I did add some of my like darker foundation tinted moisturizer serum. That's not what the video is about, but you know, we tried using Miss Girl, but she's more of like my winter shade. She must be. So fixing her a little. Let's go ahead and set under the eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and use my E.L.F. Halo Glow setting powder. She has like a soft, very, very, very soft glow to her, but it's nothing like crazy. It's very, very subtle. So let me uncrease my eyes and then I can go ahead and set underneath because I just have creasy eyes. It's not the concealer. I mean, it probably is, but it's probably not. My eyelids are just creasy. There's probably one concealer that doesn't crease on me as much as like everything else does. I want to go ahead and run the deepest shade from this E.L.F. little quad underneath the eye, and then use a sparkle on the inner corner. I really just like this one the most. It's my favorite. And I know it's like a special kind of little palette, but it's worth it. I feel like the other shade, you know, they're you know, like an everyday shade you could use, but this one is just so much more fun. Like, we already have a brown shade I can use all over the lid, and then even having like a dark one to smoke it out, gorgeous. We got the inner corner and then this fun little green one, little mint. So let's take this sparkle one, it's the mint one. Let's just like put that on the inner corner, make it shiny. And let's just put this lighter one on the brow bone. And going in with some liquid liner. This is the E.L.F. Liquid liner. I think it's in the shade Jet Black. I've used this quite a bit and I really do like it. And it has like a nice little felt tip brush kind, so you can just paint on the wings. So I'm just going to do a smaller wing since the brown is so big. And I'm just going to line from front to back. Okay, so this is how the eyes are looking. Let's go ahead and set the face while we're at it. Everything looks nice. Oh, that's just powder. This is the E.L.F. Micro Fine Setting Mist, and if you guys can see, I use her quite a bit. I do like her. Let's just go ahead. So getting into lips, I have this nude pencil from E.L.F. Retro Paradise. I bought the whole pack. The gloss is trash. Do not use the gloss. It's like it's chunky glitter. You can feel the grittiness, but the pencils are worth it. So I have like the nude one, and I have this E.L.F. mint gloss. It's in the shade chocolate chip. So let's go ahead and do that for a nude look. So this is giving very much like a pinky nude. I have a darker one, but I don't feel like getting it. So going in with the gloss.
And the gloss is like a plumping gloss. Nothing crazy, it just feels cooling, so it's very nice.
Divine. I love that. So last but not least, let's just go ahead and do some lashes, mascara, and then I'll wrap up the video. Okay guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. For a little recap, my favorites are going to be the E.L.F. Setting spray and the brow gel / lash gel, because they are things I've repurchased. I know I love it. I will keep repurchasing it. As far as lips go, I think you guys can tell that I really enjoyed the mint collection. This isn't the mint collection, but you guys can tell I really enjoyed the mint collection. That's why, you know, I chose to do this look today. I was like, you know, why not do a full face of E.L.F.? I own just about everything. So that was the idea behind it. I don't really need lip stuff. I feel like the E.L.F. Budge Stick, I found it impressive. Like the way it looks, the color, and then the little palette. I just think they all went so pretty together. So I had to get it. So, I mean, I would repurchase the Budge Stick, but I feel like in time, I'll be on to like different things because I just know how I am. And then as far as like the CC cream goes, if I had like found a darker shade, I would have gotten it, but I feel like this is my winter shade because like you can't find testers for this, and then you really got to eyeball what your shade is. So this is definitely my winter shade because it matched in the winter time. It just was too white and pale now. So I still like it. It's still very, very comfortable on the skin. It's just not my shade. As far as like the putty blush and bronzer go, I really do like them. I feel like it would be a repurchase of me trying different shades down the line. With the bronzer, I could probably go the shade down or two, or yeah, that's about it. The blushes, I could just try out more blushes. So I would call that a repurchase. Maybe not the exact same shade because I'm always on to, you know, different things. And then I want to pick up a mascara. I'm just not huge on buying mascaras I don't know much about. So I heard like the Big Mood was good. I want to try the Luminous Putty Blush, and they're like eye concealer paint things. Those seem nice. Liner. As far as liner goes, it's really nice. I just haven't used the felt tip one in like so long. So it's literally like a paintbrush tip, and I haven't used something like that since high school. So it's really good. It goes on smoothly. It's just you got to control yourself. And brows. Of course, I like the brow setter, but I meant to repurchase the pencil. I'm pretty sure I had bought the shade dark brown because it's very subtle on my brows and it just looks nice and natural. So I didn't repurchase it. I must have forgot, but I really do like it. In time, I'll get it again. But this is just how everything's looking. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this video. I'll see you next week. Bye.